Whether they're performing a royal engagement or posing for an official portrait, the royals generally stick to an inoffensive and conservative wardrobe. That said, they know how to make a fashion statement. Here are just a few royal outfits that mean more than you realized. Choosing the perfect wedding dress can be intimidating. After all, there are a lot of factors to consider. While it's true that the royal family has access to esteemed designers and an epic budget, a royal bride has the added pressure of being seen and judged by millions of people. She also has the task of respectfully representing the royal family. That said, Queen Elizabeth II, then Princess Elizabeth, proved she was up to the challenge. In 1947, the future monarch walked down the aisle wearing a beautiful dress. At the time, the nation was recovering from the Second World War, which meant clothing was still being rationed. Elizabeth was not exempt from rationing, according to history. However, she used rationing coupons in order to purchase the material for her gown, and, instead of making an ostentatious display, she wore a gown embroidered with spring flowers to convey a message of renewal to the country. Prince Charles and Princess Diana separated in 1992, but both continued to perform royal engagements. This is why it was shocking that, in June 1994, Princess Diana defied the royal dress code and stepped out wearing a tight, above-the-knee, black silk dress complete with a daring sweetheart neckline. Before long, the outfit became known as the revenge dress. While Diana was looking fabulous and attending a party hosted by Vanity Fair, her estranged husband's documentary was making its television debut. Charles was attempting to repair his image through the documentary, but he ended up admitting on national television to having an affair during his marriage to Diana. When asked if he had been faithful, Charles responded,
"Yes. Until it became irretrievably broken down."
As a result, the revenge dress was born. According to Reader's Digest, auction house owner Kerry Taylor, who has auctioned off many famous gowns once owned by Diana, said, "She wore that the same evening Prince Charles confessed to his adultery with Camilla. While some would have been like, I can't face it this evening, Diana went out in that dress looking drop-dead gorgeous. She made a big statement right there." On the eve of the 20th anniversary of Princess Diana's passing, Kate Middleton accompanied her husband Prince William and his brother, Prince Harry, to visit the sunken garden. In memory of the late princess, the area had been turned into a white garden. Per Kensington Palace's Twitter account, white gardens follow a tradition to create peaceful and contemplative spaces where visitors can reflect. Kate couldn't have picked a more perfect outfit to wear to such an occasion. As InStyle reported, Middleton looked elegant in a green Prada tea-length dress with a poppy print, high neck, and long sleeves. The poppy print was especially significant, as per the Royal British Legion. Our red poppy is a symbol for both remembrance and hope for a peaceful future. The flower is most often worn to honor fallen soldiers, but it appears Kate wore the flower in remembrance of her husband's late mother. For her May 2018 wedding to Prince Harry, Meghan Markle opted for a symbolic bridal veil. Kensington Palace revealed on Twitter, Miss Meghan Markle's wedding dress has been designed by the acclaimed British designer Claire Waite-Keller. Miss Markle expressed the wish of having all 53 countries of the Commonwealth with her on her journey through the ceremony. Miss Waite-Keller designed a veil representing the distinctive flora of each Commonwealth country united in one spectacular floral composition. The 53 countries were represented by a variety of their native flowers, and Meghan had two of her personal favorite flowers added. Meghan included the winter sweet, which is found near Kensington Palace, and the California poppy, the state flower of California, the state from which Meghan hails. Lastly, the 16.5-foot-long veil also featured wheat crops to symbolize love and charity. Sometimes a royal will wear an outfit to make a statement, and sometimes a royal will wear an outfit to not make a statement. The latter was the case when the Duchess of Cambridge attended the British Academy Film and Television Arts Awards in 2018. The month prior, at the 75th Annual Golden Globes in Los Angeles, California, celebrities wore black in support of the Time's Up movement. The overwhelming majority of celebs in attendance at the BAFTAs also decided to wear black, but not Kate. Instead, Kate opted to wear a dark emerald green gown, which made her stand out amongst her fellow attendees, most of whom were cloaked in black. It wasn't necessarily a good thing.
This issue doesn't just affect women in Hollywood. This issue is affecting women everywhere.
However, there's a reason for Kate's dress choice. Time's Up is a political movement, and politics and royals aren't supposed to mix. The Queen, and by extension the entirety of the royal family, is meant to always remain neutral when it comes to politics. By choosing not to wear black, but also choosing not to wear a bright color, Kate made a polite but apolitical stance. Prior to her wedding day, Princess Eugenie hinted in an interview with ITV's This Morning that she might wear an open-back wedding gown. The princess said, "I had an operation when I was 12 on my back, and you'll see on Friday, but it's a lovely way to honor the people who looked after me and a way of standing up for young people who also go through this. I think you can change the way beauty is, and you can show people your scars, and I think it's really special to stand up for that." So that's one really important one. Sure enough, Eugenie wore a stunning low-back gown. According to a statement from the royal family, the low back feature on the dress was at the specific request of Princess Eugenie, who had surgery aged 12 to correct scoliosis. After seeing the way Eugenie confidently showed her scar, some took to social media praising the royal for encouraging them to do the same. Although Meghan is usually one for neutrals, the Duchess of Sussex debuted a very different ensemble when visiting Birkenhead, England, with Prince Harry in January 2019. The Duchess wore a striking purple dress with a bright red wrap coat for the occasion. The color combo was, by all accounts, daring. One person tweeted, "If you'd asked me yesterday, I'd have said you can't wear red and purple together without looking like a preschooler who chose her own outfit. But wow, Meghan looks stunning. She's so gorgeous, glowing." Not only did Meghan look stunning, she was also paying homage to the late Princess Diana. According to People, Harry's mother Princess Diana blended the bold hues on several occasions, most memorably during a 1989 trip to Hong Kong when she paired a purple skirt with a red cardigan topped by a hat featuring both shades. You may have noticed that Queen Elizabeth always wears gloves, and there are several reasons for that. Genevieve James, the creative director of the glove maker Cornelia James, which makes gloves for the Queen, told Reader's Digest, "When you're the Queen and you're shaking hands, you don't really want to show your arms. The glove goes a bit under her sleeve, so you don't actually see any arm. They're an integral part of her outfit. You never see her without gloves."
She loves pure cotton.
Queen Elizabeth purchases her gloves in a large order of about 36 pairs per year. As James explained, "I think the royal family wants to be seen as being economical, not wasting money on things like that." The Queen even has a few pairs of gloves that are from multiple decades ago that she will re-wear on occasion. Meghan looked positively glowing as she and her husband Harry introduced their son Archie to the world. The Duchess of Sussex posed for pictures and gave a brief interview while wearing a white trench dress by British designer Grace Wales Bonner. While Meghan's wardrobe choice was lovely, there may have been a more significant reason behind its selection. As Vogue highlighted, wearing a British designer to introduce the world to the seventh in line to the British throne was a masterstroke move by the former Suits actress. It's respectful, but also a fashion-forward choice by way of the tuxedo style. But that's not all. Like Meghan and little Archie, Grace Wales Bonner is also biracial. The designer, like the Duchess, has been open about navigating the world as a woman of mixed-race heritage. Meghan chose the perfect time to use her platform to introduce millions to Bonner's stunning designs. When proud parents Harry and Meghan presented their newborn baby to the public, Meghan wasn't the only one wearing something symbolic. The couple's son made his first fashion statement, even if he wasn't aware of it at the time. Royal expert Emily Andrews revealed on Twitter, "Archie has been wrapped in a very traditional merino wool, leaves and flowers shawl from royal favourites G.H. Hurt and Son." William and Kate also chose shawls from the same company to present George, Charlotte and Louis to the world. Nottingham Post revealed that the company first made a shawl for Prince Charles when he was born in 1948. According to People, Charles and Diana also gifted their firstborn son, William, a shawl from the brand. Following in the same tradition, William and Kate introduced all of their children, George, Charlotte and Louis, to the public wearing G.H. Hurt and Son shawls. In a statement, the company revealed their pride in providing a shawl for baby Archie and said, "In doing so, we have continued a royal tradition now going back over 70 years. In June 2019, Prince Louis attended his first Trooping the Colour parade, and he looked a whole lot like his uncle, Prince Harry. That's because he actually borrowed an outfit from his 34-year-old uncle. Some 3 decades earlier, Harry attended the 1986 Trooping the Colour wearing the same thing. Compare the pictures from that Trooping the Colour so many years ago with the one in 2019, and you'll notice that Kate is also donning a similar outfit to what Princess Anne wore at the time, a yellow dress with a wide brim hat. 4 years earlier, Prince George was also spotted at the Trooping the Colour parade wearing a blue onesie that looked identical to a onesie worn long ago by his father William, his uncle Prince Harry, and his grandfather Charles. Royal expert Ingrid Seward told People, "Kate is an art historian and she likes making these set-piece statements. They never throw their significant clothes away." Kate Middleton has re-worn accessories and outfits dozens of times. As a member of the royal family, there's no doubt that Kate could certainly afford a new designer ensemble for every big event, but there's an important reason for her recycling. Fashion experts speculate. Senior style reporter and columnist for the Wall Street Journal, Elizabeth Holmes, told The Cut, "I think what it reveals is that the royals want less focus on their clothes. It takes the spotlight off of what they're wearing and puts it on the cause." When pictures surfaced of President Donald Trump attending the state banquet alongside the royal family in early June 2019, many started to wonder if the Queen was throwing shade on the president by choosing to wear her Burmese ruby tiara. According to the jeweler, the Queen's Burmese ruby tiara is one of the most symbolic and personal pieces created for Her Royal Highness by the House of Gerard. The 96 rubies mounted in the tiara were originally given to the Queen as a wedding gift from the people of Burma, intended as a symbol of protection against illness and evil.
I'm confident that our common values and shared interests will continue to unite us.
Buckingham Palace has neither confirmed nor denied the speculation, but it's not the first time the Queen has worn the tiara to a state banquet. According to Women's Wear Daily, the Queen also wore the tiara in 2009 when dining with Pratibha Patil, who was then the President of India. According to Business Insider, Patil wasn't well liked by citizens of the Southern Asia country. While the Queen is known to be politically neutral, it's unclear whether that prevents her from ever throwing shade. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite royals are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.